Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another meal prep video. So I'm just getting all of my stuff out so we can get ready to prep. I'm going to do a couple of breakfast items. Haven't done breakfast in a while. I'm going to do also an option that'll be for lunches and dinners, and of course cutting up some veggies to have with some hummus and stuff this week. I have some leftover hard-boiled eggs that I need to make an egg salad, which will be great for a lunch or even a snack or a dinner, just depending on how I feel. But I'm just trying to use up things in my refrigerator, less waste. But the first thing I always do, as you know, is I just pull everything out that I need to have going. I have all of my containers out and ready to go. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this meal prep. First thing we're going to prep are some breakfast sandwiches. I've been really craving these lately, so it's going to be super simple. We're going to use some sourdough English muffins, some Canadian bacon, eggs, and some good old plastic cheese because we love that meltiness. So I have this pan here. I think it's like a whoopie pie pan. I don't know. I got it off of Amazon. I'm only making 3 sandwiches, so I'm just going to crack the eggs right into there. These are perfect. I actually bought this, I believe, for this purpose, for breakfast sandwiches. I think there's other things out there as well, but this works really good. But you do have to spray it really, really well because this pan, the coating on it is not good. Like I think it was probably super cheap, but you do have to spray it really well, especially with eggs. I'm just going to top them with some of the Kinder's, the blend, the salt, pepper, garlic. And this is going to go into a 350-degree oven, and I just did it for 8 minutes because my oven was not preheated yet. If you preheat your oven, you probably want to do it longer. Now I'm going to use just regular English muffins. You can use the light ones, but these are 4 points, and the rest of the ingredients on this is just going to be a 5-point English muffin the way I'm making it, a 5-point English breakfast sandwich. That's what I'm trying to say. So the 4-point English muffin, our eggs are all done. So I have my English muffin here. I'm just going to put on one of those eggs. And then we're going to add on 1 slice of Canadian bacon. I don't like them to be too many because it just slides off. 1 slice of cheese, and then we are just going to wrap it up. Now I use parchment paper and foil, and this way when I put it in my air fryer, it just comes out so good. It's just perfect. It's steamy, it's crispy, it is so perfect. I love to do it this way. And then this way also you can throw them into the freezer if you don't eat them all, and they just come out so great every single time, and it just really protects it from freezer burnt food if you leave it in there for too long, and these do freeze really, really well. So I'm just going to continue doing my breakfast sandwiches. Sometimes I only put a half a slice of cheese. That's the only thing with this cheese, is it is so melty that sometimes it's almost too much. So if I was making like 4, I would just do a half a slice, and that way, otherwise I'm like, what am I going to do with this other slice of cheese? So I just did a full one, but the cheese is 1 point. The Canadian bacon is 0 when I'm just using 1 slice, and then the egg, of course, is 0. So this is a 5-point breakfast sandwich, and doesn't that look just so, so good? Another option for breakfast this week is going to be a parfait. So I'm going to make this a little different than I've made some of them. We're going to flavor it with some of the sugar-free vanilla pudding. We have our Catalina Crunch we're going to put on top, some frozen blueberries, and then some plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I like to do them this way because I can use a lot more of that plain non-fat Greek yogurt to really get the protein up. So I use just a little, I use more closer to a cup of this rather than 3/4 of a cup. So it's 170 grams for 3/4 of a cup, but the measurement that I used was enough for 1 cup. And then that way it's going to get just a little bit more protein in there as well. And then we're going to add on 12 grams of this sugar-free vanilla pudding, which will be 0 points of this particular brand. It depends on the brand that you're using. For the Simply Delish brand, it is 0 points if you use 1/4 of the package, which is 12 grams. And that's actually a lot, so I probably would have lessened it next time because this came out super thick. Look how thick this is when you stir it. So that's the thing with that pudding mix. It'll make it, thicken it up a lot more, which is great for parfaits because when your frozen fruit's in there, you know, the frozen fruit is, you know, thawing out, and it just kind of bleeds into the yogurt, which just makes it, I don't know, it just tastes so good. I just love it that way. Now I am weighing out my blueberries just so I can make sure I know the calories and everything. I use the equivalent of 3/4 of a cup. So I did 1/4 cup basically in the bottom of the container, and with the yogurt, since with the yogurt, since it's already been all weighed out, I don't have to weigh it out or anything. But I'm just keeping it on the scale because I'm using it to weigh out the blueberries and whatnot. So basically I did kind of a 1/4 cup on the bottom, 1/4 cup in the middle, and then we'll do a 1/4 cup on top. So it's 3/4 of a cup of the frozen blueberries, and then I'm going to do a serving of the Catalina Crunch. Now, because I'm just putting it on top, it does not, you know, get really soft. So if you put the, you know, granola or whatever you're using in the layers, then it will kind of soften up, which I don't mind with granola because it tastes good, I think. But with the Catalina Crunch, I wanted to make sure I just put it on top. So we're going to go ahead and do the other one, and we'll have some yummy parfaits for breakfast. Another thing I want to have ready to go is some taco meat. I want to be able to do some taco salads, some taco bowls. Just been really kind of craving all the taco flavors. So I have the ground chicken that I'm going to cook up with some taco seasoning. Then I'm going to make you guys my favorite, like, Mexican rice, Spanish rice, whatever you want to call it. The key to this is the tomato bouillon. I'll tell you, pick that up. It comes in handy so much, so many times. So here's the ingredients. Let me go ahead and show you how we're going to do this. So first thing is, put your cauliflower rice in the microwave. I did it for 6 minutes so it's nice and completely thawed out. And then you're going to put it into a hot pan that you sprayed with some cooking spray. Add in your peppers and onions. I needed to use up these peppers and onions, so this was a great recipe to make this week. And then what you're going to do, you're going to see me obsessively flatten this out. And the reason for that is because we want to kind of dry this cauliflower rice out. Because in my opinion, when cauliflower rice it kind of has all of its liquid, it tends to, you can just taste the cauliflower more in that liquid of the cauliflower rice. And I just don't enjoy it all the time. It just depends on what I'm having it with. So I just flatten this out really, really well. And then I just walk away and I do something else and just let it cook. Now I have it on 7.5 on my stove. So probably medium high. I guess that would be medium high. And I'm just going to let it sit there. And then we're going to come back and we're going to stir it. And you see those little, like, kind of crispy bits right there? So we're going to stir them up, stir all those crispy bits up, and then we're going to flatten it out again. And I do this 3 times before I'm done. And then once on that 3rd time, that cauliflower rice has the texture more of regular rice. And you can see here it's not burnt, but it just has those kind of crispy textures. Now, I probably leave it there for a good 5 minutes and walk away. Now we're going to use these diced tomatoes, or these, it's like a copycat Rotel, the Great Value. These were super spicy, which was weird because they were the mild. I was thinking that maybe they were the regular, but I don't know. So you see I added liquid back to it. That's because we're going to add in this tomato bouillon. Now, if you did not have a lot of liquid from your diced tomatoes, you'll want to add just a little bit of water to your tomato bouillon. Now, I make this all the time, so I don't have to measure it, but I would say start with a teaspoon of the tomato bouillon, stir it in there. Like I said, if you need some more liquid, just add just a little bit of water. But what you're basically trying to do is make the entire dish red. So you want to just get enough to where it's just covering all the cauliflower rice. And this is just really a tomato. But it's just so much better than just using tomato sauce. I don't know, just something about it just comes out so good. Then I'm just going to add just a little bit of the salt, pepper, garlic. The tomato bouillon is a little bit salty, so you don't have to use a whole lot. And then next, I was going to use the Kinder's Taco Blend because usually I need to add just a little bit of taco seasoning in there to make it a little bit spicy. But in this case, I did not have to. I tasted it, so I'm glad I tasted it before I added that in there because it was spicy enough with those diced tomatoes. This is really good. This actually turned out better than it has like ever. And I think that I've never used that brand of diced tomatoes, and I just think that they're almost better than the Rotel. I think I'm going to pick them up from now on. So you'll see the finished product here in just a second. First, we're going to make some egg salad. So I had some eggs left over from last week. I'll tell you guys, I picked up this light Miracle Whip. I don't like it. It's a little bit too sweet for me. I guess I've always used mayo, but this was less points, so I thought, let's just give it a try. I'll never buy it again. So we're going to have that. We're going to also use some plain non-fat Greek yogurt to make the dressing. So I didn't have any pickle relish. I do prefer pickle relish. I guess I was out, so I need to pick some up. So I just diced up some pickles. So I'm just doing 50 grams of the plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons worth of the light mayo. So we'll do 30 grams. But like I said, I did not like this. I didn't have it open, obviously, so I had never used it before until now. So yeah, this was not my favorite. So I will definitely be picking up real, like the Best Foods light mayo, or even the like Walmart brand of light mayo, which is supposed to be like the Best Foods. I think that's better. I think I'm not a Miracle Whip person. And then I did 10 grams of Dijon mustard, and of course some salt, pepper, garlic. And we're just going to stir this up. Now I like to do it this way. That way the dressing is all done and you can just coat your eggs or whatever you're making, even chicken salad, that kind of thing. So I am just taking my eggs. I already peeled them. I just taken them in my little egg slicer here, and I just cut them both ways. So I just turn them one way, then I turn them the other way, and they just come out perfectly kind of diced, but not quite diced, but you know what I mean. We're getting them all cut up. So I'm just going to do that with all of these eggs. And what I love about egg salad is you can do so many things with them. You can put them on a les wrap. You can put them on a tortilla wrap. You can put them just in a salad, like just toss it on a bit of lettuce. You could use it with crackers. You can put it on some toast, on an English muffin. I mean, there's so many things you can do with egg salad because it's just that flavor is so mild. Now, I almost forgot like the best part of egg salad for me, and that is adding in dill and chives. I love dill and chives in my egg salad, and I can't believe I almost forgot. And I think what I thought about it, I was thinking, oh, I need some dill. So I went to go grab it out, and then I saw my chives up there. I'm like, oh, how could I forget the chives? Let me know how you guys feel about dill and chives. I don't know. I don't think that those are controversial seasonings. I don't know. I don't think it's like cilantro. But anyway, going to toss some chives in. I love the spices from Thrive Market, but I'm just not ordering as much from Thrive Market anymore, so I don't think I'll renew my thing when it comes up in June. I'm just not utilizing it, I don't think, enough. So, but I am going to miss their spices, so I may do one big, huge stock-up order and order a bunch of their spices, even though I don't need any, just to have those on hand before my membership expires. So here is the egg salad. So it turned out so good. Just really basic, nothing to it. I mean, I don't know what other egg salad recipes there are out there that you could really do anything different. I mean, it is what it is, right? Alrighty guys, so this is everything that I prepped this week. So like I was saying, I can make some sort of taco bowls with this. So we have our Spanish rice, Mexican rice, cauliflower rice, whatever you want to call it. I tasted it, it's really good. Now I did not end up adding any of the Kinder's taco blend because those tomatoes were super spicy. So I don't know if I've ever, usually I use the Rotel mild, but I think that was just like the regular Rotel copycat Walmart version. And they're pretty spicy, so I did not have to add anything else. But these, I'll tell y'all, just make it like I showed you, and it does not taste like cauliflower rice. It is so good. So I'm going to use this for taco salads. I'm going to use it for taco bowls, use it for wraps, whatever I'd like. And then we have our ground chicken with our taco seasoning, and then our black beans. So these are just ready to go, rinsed, ready to go. I can easily just throw together something so quickly, and that's why I like to meal prep different ingredients. This one's gonna work out great. And then we have our egg salad. So I used up those hard-boiled eggs. So we're gonna have some egg salad. We can do this in wraps. I can just put it on like an English muffin, put it on a piece of toast, eat with some crackers. So many things to do with that. So that is done. We have our green onions. I did not do carrots this week. I have not been like in a carrot mood lately. I've been like only wanting cucumbers. So I'm going to save those for next week. And I just cut up that cucumber. And then I also have some baby cucumbers in the refrigerator. So we're just going to do cucumbers this week for our veggies. Oh, I do have some mini peppers as well. And then we have our breakfast sandwiches and our parfaits. So this is going to just be a nice little change for breakfast this week. And like I said, what I'll do is I'll throw these in the air fryer. And I love it with the parchment paper. It just works so well. It just kind of steams it, doesn't stick to the foil. I just throw this entire thing like this right into the air fryer. So you guys will see how those turn out in my what I eat in a day videos. And that is everything, you guys. So as always, I am always trying to say meal prep can be easy. I, have some different meals here just to kind of get me set up for success. Doesn't have to be a lot, doesn't have to be complicated. Just has to be yummy, which we have done that. So thank you guys, as always, for taking time out of your day to watch my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.